Hello everyone, this is Oliver from Neon. Today what we are going to do is to brew Gyokuro in two different times. Once I will brew the Gyokuro in 1 minute and once I will brew the Gyokuro for 2 minutes. And what I want to discover today is how the taste changes applying these two different times of brewing. For this case I brought twice the same Gyokuro, so this is a Samidori Gyokuro, a Gyokuro from one of the quickest growing cultivars or tea plant types which exists in Japan. It's a little bit of a more expensive cultivar due to the early picking of this tea plant. This tea has quite a high price, or is a little bit higher priced than Yabukita, for example, Yabukita Gyokuro. So I will take this one. Also, it has a little bit of finer leaves, so it will be quite an interesting experiment, because due to the little bit smaller and finer leaves, it should open quite well already with 1 minute. And I really want to see what this second additional minute, which Mr. Sakamoto, the farmer of this green tea, suggested us to do, and to really see how the taste evolves from 1 minute to 2 minutes. For this I brought as well 2 Kyusu, and I heated the water to 60 degrees, so not too hot water, so 140 Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius. We just take 5 grams of the tea and then we fill it up with 150 milliliters of water. Good. So we just leave it in now, and we take this 1 minute to brew the tea. Good. As soon as this 1 minute is over, we take the glasses and we take the first Gyokuro and we just pour it into the first glass. Okay, let's do that. It somehow seems that the water has quite a good color, so it's promising quite a good taste. Let's have a maybe first sniff. I smell a lot of sweetness already with this one here. And what is also nice, due to a little bit smaller leaves, you have a little bit of residues with this Gyokuro. Let's take the second one and let's pour it. So already in the liquor you can see you have more intensity in the 2 minute brewing. Good. So let's have a look. When we just compare these two teas, we can see that the liquor of the 1 minute brewing, so this one here, is much brighter, and the second one, the 2 minutes brewing, is really getting also a little bit of cloudy. But let's see how the taste differs. So this is what Mr. Sakamoto suggested, that he says around 2 minutes is a very good time for a Gyokuro that really the leaves unravel well and give a good taste to the water. But now let's see if you do it at 1 minute, which is normally a good sencha time, versus the 2 minute, and let's compare the taste difference. So 1 minute. It's quite a sweet, light, sweet note with this one here. There's a fruity note, the umami kind of this sweet, a little bit savory, but it's a very light tea. It is quite swirling around or turning around of this on this sweet note without getting too much into complexities. So it's a nice sweet and a little bit of a fruity note. I would say so. It's kind of a mix of green mango, I would say, with a little bit of papaya, but quite light, also a little bit refreshing, but not going into a citrusy refreshing. But I think the refreshment comes more a little bit of the less intense taste which you have with this one here. So definitely you have a kind of a bright, sweet note, not going too much into detail, bringing out a little bit of a fruitiness of a green mango, a little bit of a fruitiness of of a little bit of a papaya. So this is how the 1 minute tea is tasting. For me, it's for a Gyokuro, it's not developing too much, so it seems that the first brewing, or this 1 minute brewing, really brings out more a little bit the top sweet notes, without giving too much body to the tea itself. But let's go over now to the 2 minute brewing and see what the difference is. So the taste is much more deeper. There's much more strength to the taste, making the tea more full-bodied, making it more kind of savory, and I have much more in the aftertaste as well. This development of the taste of the taste of the tea in my palate, so it gives to the tea a much more intense and much more round taste. Here I also got the fruitiness in the beginning, but added to this you have a very dense creamy note as well of the liquor, so it gets more denser. You have a little bit more of this umami kind of seaweedy taste is coming in, and then it really develops into some kind of a very beautiful sweetness. You also have the fruitiness, but the fruitiness is very fast taken over by kind of a creamy, full-bodied note, and then the development of the taste, especially after you have just swallowed the liquor, it really continues to develop further and further and further, so adding much more of a kind of a taste and an enduring taste experience. So what you can see is between these two teas is like, this is a little bit more of the preview of what you can really experience when you properly do the Gyokuro for its 2 minutes, what it's meant for. And this is exactly the difference, or why Mr. Sakamoto, he suggests us to go for a longer steeping. Don't go for too long, as it might also be that the tea gets a little bit too strong. I do not believe that this tea gets very bitter over time, due to the fact you also brew it at a low temperature, but it might get a little bit too intense, and maybe a little bit too kind of a stark for us, or for the palate of the European. So I would suggest you really to go for the 2 minutes, due to the fact that you have a very nice development of the taste, of kind of the different taste notes. You have much more complexity, much more variety in the taste. So really try to go for a longer steeping of 2 minutes with the Gyokuro to really unravel and bring out all the different taste notes. And here this is absolutely also a way to do, but you will have just a lighter tea which is less complex, showing only a small part of the whole taste profile, taste variety of this tea. Good, this was it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I wish you all the best and have a great day, and see you soon. Bye.